if you are an African or Asian or Caribbean living in diaspora, you think about your old age. How are the old people from your culture, how are they treated? I mean, you can have a share in this company, Kenya Pipeline, whether you are Kenyan, whether you are a West African, a Sudanese, an Ethiopian, you are a Nigerian, you are a Ghanaian, you are a European, you're from the UK or from the US or from the Arab world, you can invest in this. Kenya is selling Kenya Pipeline IPO. IPO is the initial public offering. A very warm welcome to Luke's Latitude. Here we speak about investment stories, investing in things, but also investing in yourself. So please welcome. Today's video is about anybody who is a diasporian, or if you live in diaspora, it doesn't matter. Are you an African, a Caribbean, an Asian, or any other kind of person who doesn't live in his or her country of origin? This video is for you, and it's about investing in things. Now, I will begin with some stories. Before I get into what I want to tell you, I will tell you exactly what you need to be doing in terms of investing in things if you are living abroad. But it's not only for people living abroad, it's also for people living within their own country. You may benefit from this video, but I purposely want to target people living abroad because I've seen many stories going around in the internet, especially about people talking about if you live in diaspora, you live and work in diaspora. So diaspora can be the US, the UK, Europe, Arab countries, it doesn't matter, you're not in your country. So what plans do you have for retirement, or what plans do you have for going back home? So please watch until the end because I have something very interesting for you, some very interesting tips about where to invest at this moment in time. Now, people have been asking, what plans do you have for going back home or for retirement? And these questions somehow touch me. If you don't know me yet, I live in Switzerland and I'm from Kenya. I have been here for the last 8 years or so. I have been studying, I'm still studying, and here in Switzerland, studying is some kind of job, so you earn some money. And so ask me, what am I doing here? What are my plans? Will I stay? Will I go back home? And what plans do I have for going back home? These are questions that I ask myself, seeing all that is going about in the internet. Now, people have been saying, oh, you have to invest back home and go back home after retirement or before retirement while you still have some energy, because there is a lot of loneliness in diaspora after retirement. Living in Switzerland, I do meet some people from Africa or from Asia or Caribbean. And most of these people tell me that they are making their retirement plans to go back home. They do not think about living here in Switzerland for, let's say, after retirement age. They don't want to live here. At least this is the narrative that I hear from people. Whether that is true or not, it's not me to judge, but people tell me, especially people from Africa, from Caribbean, also some people from Asia, they would like to go back home. But also some other people from other European countries like Czech Republic, like Macedonia, Bosnia, they would go back home. They are here working and paying their taxes, developing the economy here, but also making their plans for going back home. Now, this is a very difficult question, or a very difficult topic. For me to just say that, oh, you need to make a plan to go back home after retirement, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me for that. So for me to advise someone to make a retirement plan and go back home after retirement, it's not really what I am here for. It's not what I'm here for, but I do understand, and I do get those people. I do understand those people who advocate for going back home after retirement or shortly before retirement. Very specifically, I came across a video that was talking about that somebody was advising people, if you would like to go to Europe or go abroad when you are young, let's say when you are below 39, let's say below 39 years, and work very hard. While you work, try to invest back home in whatever assets that you can, so that in your late 40s, you should then start thinking about going back home and enjoying the life that that home has to offer. For example, if you come from Africa or Kenya, for example, or I have been to so many African countries, so I can talk about Africa. So if you come from Africa, in Africa, people eat organic foods like fresh vegetables, fresh foods from the farm. So you eat organic food, you have social life, you have family and friends around you, you have people, people are friendly, happy all the time, the weather is good all the time. Let's say even if it's hot, it's hot. I tell you, having been in Europe in winter, it's better hot, it's better living in a place with 40 degrees Celsius than to live in a place of minus 10 degrees Celsius. So the weather is good, the food is good, people are happy always and social. So people look at these things and think that going back to Africa is the best thing that one should do. But there are also some evils in Africa. I have to say, it's not all a bed of roses. There is insecurity in many parts of Africa. There is a general lack of money because people are not accessible to jobs. There are many people who go hungry. There is not food everywhere. There are many places that are desert areas where people don't have access to food or to water or to clean water. There are places with serious infectious diseases like malaria and many other infectious diseases. In Asia, you have dengue fever, dengue fever or something like that, or dengue fever. So in many parts of Africa, Caribbean, or Asia, there are many good things and there are very, very bad things. So I cannot always say that Africa is best, Asia is best, Caribbean is best. Yes, there are many good things, but there are also many bad things that you have to consider if you want to consider going back home. Let's talk about Europe. I have lived in Europe for several years, and so I can talk about Europe. I live in Switzerland, but of course I have traveled around Europe as well. Winter periods are really, really difficult months. People are depressed. I tell you, people are the unhappiest in winter. Of course, there are people who, especially people who practice mindfulness, they live in the present and they embrace every changing season, and those people are different. So it's not everybody who looks at this bad weather in Europe or winter period as bad. There are those people who just embrace these changing seasons as they are, because they cannot change them. And so it's not every person in Europe that is sad about the weather, that is depressive about the weather. So the weather in Europe can be very bad, but for some people it's very good, because people go to the mountains to ski, they do winter sports and all that kind of thing. There's heating inside the houses, and so it's not like people are freezing all the time. But my own experience being in winter in Europe is that it's very depressing, especially when it is cold. And there's, in Switzerland, there's something called how is it called? There's that it's very, very often that there's very cold wind blowing. I think they are north winds or something. Very, very cold winds. It can get really, really cold, but not as cold as in Canada. So -5, -10. It is very icy in the mornings. When you walk around, you're likely to have accidents. Like recently, I had a bad fall. Luckily, my butt is fatty, and so thanks to my big butt, I fell on my butt and nothing happened. I was protected by the fat. So being fat is also not bad. So and then in general, it's getting dark very early. At 3 p.m. it's already dark. In the morning it's still very, very dark, and we have to get out of the house and go about our businesses. It's very, very hard. So for me, that's the hardest month, the winter period. And it's also not easy to just get out and do sports, like I like jogging, and that's not always possible in winter. But there are also good things about winter. That's when you really, if you have a good mindset around winter, you can really work very hard and achieve many things, and then start enjoying during summer. And during summer, people are more relaxed, or spring and summer. In spring, when flowers and new plants are coming up, people start to blossom. As the plants and the nature blossoms, people also start to blossom. So people become happier in spring, and they are the happiest in summer, where everyone is going to swim, everybody is on the streets drinking beer and having picnics here and there and hiking in the mountains. So those seasons are really, really great. But I have to say that I really dislike being in Switzerland in summer, because it's too hot for me. I come from Kenya. In Nairobi, we have up to 26 degrees. When they are too high, they are 28 degrees Celsius. So I lived in Nairobi for a very long time, and for me, I really like that that weather in Nairobi. It's never getting too hot, and it's never getting too cold. So it's really, really ideal for anyone, for everybody. So for me, the summer months are really horrible, and that's why I go for holidays back in Kenya in summer, because I just somehow cannot stand the heat in Switzerland in summer. It's really hot. It can get to 35 degrees, and it's very humid, and that's too much for me. Anyway, that's me, and I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just sharing my experience, and I'm not saying that it's bad or good. It's just how I perceive it, and other people perceive different things differently, and we have to accept the fact that we are different and we have different perceptions. So living in diaspora is not all bed of roses. It's not always a bed of roses. Just like living in Africa is not always a bed of roses. So it's give and take. It's 50-50. It's win-win. So coming back to the point. If you live in diaspora, what are your plans? What are your plans? All this going on in the internet has made me think about this. have you planned? What are your plans? Are you gonna go back in your old age, or are you gonna stay in Europe or in the UK or in the US or in the Arab world? Are you gonna stay there, or are you investing in anything back home? One more story. Today I'm just telling you a lot of stories, and these stories will help us decide. Yeah. Now I have been doing my research in or at a nursing home in Switzerland, and I spent about 11 months in this nursing home doing my research. My research involved observing people, observing nurses, and observing just what's happening over there. And during those 11 months, I experienced a lot of things, which I want to share. And this story has something to do with what I will be telling you next about investing in things back home. I experienced so many old people who were alone. Some of those old people were Swiss people, like local people, but majority of those people were people from the diaspora. So these were people who moved here some years back, and now they are old and they didn't go back home. One specific story of one woman who came from Romania. Romania is a European country, but it's a poor European country. This woman came to Switzerland, married to a Swiss man. They didn't have children, and this man had died. And I'm talking about just recently. I did my research just recently. So this woman got old. Actually, she's old. And of course, when you're old, you get some disease called dementia. Yeah, some condition called dementia. So she has dementia, and so she needed to be in a nursing home. At the point that she was dying, she was all alone. She had been all alone in the nursing home. Imagine, for 3 years in the nursing home, she was all alone. No one visited her. When she died, she was all alone. Of course, the nurses were there with her, because nurses don't leave anyone to die alone. They are always there with the person. But imagine, I'm saying she was all alone because she didn't have family or friends. So the only people that were there during her death were the nurses. And when she died, she had some relatives who lived back in Romania. Some of the relatives were in Germany. By the time she died, I think they were on holidays or something. So she had to wait. Her body had to wait for like 2 months before getting buried, because the nursing home needed permission from the family, or they wanted the family to organize the burial. But because the family didn't have any contact with her for a very long time while she lived in Switzerland, they didn't want to bury her. And so the nursing home organized for a burial for her. So she got buried, and the people that were there were the people who bury others and the staff, nursing home staff, the nurses. So that is somebody who was from Romania. It's a European country. It's very close by. Switzerland. And then another case of an old man who comes from Africa. I have to say that it's the only African I have seen in a nursing home. One African man from Africa. This man He can only eat food from his country. He does not speak the local language. He also has dementia. He has his family around, but he has to be in the nursing home because when somebody gets old and when you get dementia, you cannot stay at home anymore. You have to stay in the nursing home. So this African man is in the nursing home with dementia, and he has problems with eating because he doesn't eat the food served in the nursing home. He has problems to be washed or to be cared for by young white female nurses. And in Switzerland, the thing is that in the nursing homes, they are like 95% or maybe 98% of the workforce or of the nursing workforce are really young white girls. Yeah. So a lot of them are young people from around Europe, from other European countries who come here to work, and they are working like nurses or nursing assistants or allied nursing staff, And so this African man had a problem. Of course, when you look at a young nurse from Macedonia caring for an old African man from, let's say, Kenya, culturally, and also demographically, also generationally, they are so diverse, they are so different. And so this man didn't want to be cared for by these people. And whenever, because of poor communication, whenever these young nurses went to do something for him or to care for him, he usually held their hands like to say no. He couldn't communicate verbally or orally, and so he held their hands. My interpretation of that was he was saying no because he doesn't want that. And he had told some male African nurse that he didn't like that. But the interpretation that these young nurses made was that he was sexually abusing them. And so they refused to care for him. So just see the kind of cultural differences, cultural clashes that lead to really, really, really poor care in the nursing home. So all I'm trying to say is that this African man has serious problems living in a nursing home where they are predominantly very young white nurses. And that is not the only problem. There are many other problems where even many healthcare providers didn't really want him to be there in that nursing home. So he was discriminated, or he's still alive, so he's being discriminated against. And this is a true story, things that I've witnessed myself. So what I'm saying is that if you are an African or Asian or Caribbean living in diaspora, you think about your old age. How are the old people from your culture, how are they treated? There are many nursing homes which offer special programs for different cultures, but that has its own challenges. So I have to say that there are many challenges at old age. There are many challenges in old age where economically people become poor in old age, because if you didn't work so much, you have very little pension, retirement benefits, and so you may lead a very poor life as an old person. So think about your retirement in diaspora. Do you have enough savings? Do you have enough pension to live in diaspora. There are also problems if you are sick. Excuse me. If you're sick, do you have family and friends that can take care of you? In the nursing home, you also need to pay. Nursing homes in Switzerland are paid. People pay. Yeah, you have to pay to live in the nursing home in Switzerland. Do you have enough money saved for that? Many other issues. Would you like to be treated the way some people are getting treated in the nursing homes? I'm not saying that everybody gets treated badly in the nursing home. There are nursing homes that treat people very well, but and also it depends on the people. Actually, it's individuals who take care of people. It depends really on those individuals. It's not about the nursing home, but it's about the individuals taking care of the people. So how would you want to be treated in your old age? So this brings me back to investment stories, investing in things. Now, if you were in diaspora, what I can advise you, whether you will stay in diaspora for the rest of your life until the end of your life, or if you want to go back home, wherever you come from, if you think about going back home in your old age, start now, start today, start investing in something today. So if you're in Switzerland, talk to your bank, and start. If you have never ever invested, please talk to your bank and start investing in a money market fund. I know that this investment is available at the bank. So talk to your bank and open or start investing in a money market fund. Money market fund, or MMF, is the bare minimum type of investment that everybody must have. So please listen to me. Get a money market fund. If you live in Switzerland, or if you live in Kenya, or wherever you live, I know that this is available in every country, the UK, the US, wherever you live. Please start as the bare minimum. Do an investment in a money market fund. 3 years ago, was it 3 years? Yeah, 3 years ago, I went to Kenya. I went to Kenya because I went to bury my mother, and then something really came into my mind when I met my two friends. I met two friends in Kenya. These friends are really two very powerful women in Kenya, extremely powerful in terms of investment, in terms of work, in terms of many things. When I met them, we went for a lunch. One of them asked me, "Oh, you live in Switzerland?" "Yeah." "Do you have a CDS account?" And I was like, "What is a CDS account?" I had never heard about a CDS account 3 years ago. Never. I had never. And I asked her, "What is that?" And she was like, "What can I tell you? Do you have any shares?" And I said, "What are shares? I hear about shares. What are shares?" And she said, "Do you know Nairobi Stock Exchange? Or shares and stocks here?" I said, "No, I don't know shares. I don't know stocks." And she said, "Do you know Nairobi Stock Exchange?" And I said, "Yeah, I hear about it. I see it on television." And she said, "Yeah, they sell stocks and such kind of things. You need a CSD account to be able to participate there. And shares, you need shares you can have shares by joining a SACCO. And I know about SACCOs. I know about I knew about SACCOs, but I didn't know about shares. I didn't know about a CSD account. And just when she asked me those questions, something kept ringing. We didn't have so much time to discuss, but then that night I went on YouTube. I remember I didn't sleep. I went on YouTube and I was searching what is CSD account in Kenya, what are stocks, what do people do. Oh my gosh, it opened a floodgate of so many videos about finance, about all these things. In fact, there's everything, every information that you need on YouTube. 3 years ago, I didn't know about CSD account, but today I have a CSD account. Today I have stocks. Today I have shares and some other things. So, my friends, if you live in diaspora, there are 3 things I want you to do immediately. And remember, I'm addressing people in diaspora, but this applies to people also, people living in Kenya. It also applies to foreigners. If you're a foreigner also interested in investing in anything in Kenya, this video is for you. And by the way, Kenya is a very fertile ground for investment. All the Chinese are in Kenya. All the Arabs are in Kenya. So guys, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Even when the world is becoming so difficult, so tough, Africa is opening up. Africa is growing now. Other countries are developed. Africa is just starting to develop. And so investment opportunities are rife in Africa, So there are 3 things I want you to do immediately. 1, get a money market fund account. Please open a money market fund account, MMF. 2, CDS account, CDS account for buying stocks. If you don't know how to open a CDS account, please pick a link in the description of this video and open your CSD account there, okay? And a CDS account you can only open through a stockbroker. And I have opened my CSD account through a very, very legit stockbroker. You can pick the link in my description, in the video description, and open a CDS account. So this is the second one, okay? 1, MMF. 2, CDS account. And 3, I would like you to open a DAO CSD. Now, DAO CSD is another account you open at the Central Bank of Kenya, and it's easy. All these things are done online. So open a money market fund account, a CDS account, and a DAO CDS account, or a DAO CDS account. So these accounts, you open them in Kenya, but whether you're Kenyan, you're a West African, you're a Central African, you're from the US, UK, you're from Arab countries, you're in Europe, you can do all these things. They are not limited to Kenyans. Even foreigners are allowed. And these are very legitimate things which I have tried myself, and I can guide you through. If you want my guidance, please write me an email or contact me or write me a comment on this video, and I will guide you. So once you open a money market fund account, and you will need really, really very minimal amount to start investing. This money market fund account will compound your interest as you sleep. So there you will earn some passive income that you don't have to do anything for. You can just invest there and forget. All you do is just top up every month. And you can start with as low as 100 Kenya shillings. 100 Kenya shillings is like, how many? My gosh, it's like It's less than 1 Swiss franc, less than $1, less than $1. You can start, you can open. And if you want to open a money market fund account, write a comment, or I will leave a link to CIC and to Etika Capital so that you can open your MMF account there. A second CSD account, I will also link, I will put a link in the video description about the stockbrokers that are considered very good and very legit, so that you can open your account there, okay, and start buying stocks. And then the third one, DAO CSD, I will also leave a link there. This one you have to open at the Central Bank of Kenya, and so I will leave a link to the website of the Central Bank of Kenya, because there are many other websites which can be fraudulent, and you don't want to do that. And once you have opened these 3, you are good to go, okay? These are just the bare minimum, but you have to start if you haven't. But if you have experience about investing, then you know what I'm talking about. If you have experience already, if you have an MMF account, you have a CSD account, you have a DAO CSD account, then try now to go into these special funds. You can now start to invest into special funds. Etika Capital is offering a special fund with about 18.92% interest per annum. You can go to Oak Special Fund. That one is held by Faida Investment Bank. Or you can go to the famous Mansa X, which is giving you over 20% of interest per annum on your investment. So if you have never invested, please start with these 3, open these 3 accounts. And if you are an experienced investor, start now going into these special funds, okay? And if you want more information about any one of these, please check the videos on my channel, but also write me a comment so that I can do a specific video for you, okay? Today's special, I want to tell you about an investment that is of today. It is ready. The Kenyan government is selling 68% of the Kenya Pipeline Company. The Kenya Pipeline Company is being sold. 68% of it is being sold. So, and there is an IPO. IPO is initial public offering. Now, the public can have a share in this company. You can have a share in this company, Kenya Pipeline. Whether you are Kenyan, whether you are a West African, a Sudanese, an Ethiopian, you are a Nigerian, you are a Ghanaian, you are a European, you're from the UK or from the US or from the Arab world, you can invest in this. Kenya is selling Kenya Pipeline IPO. IPO is the initial public offering. And so selling 68% of its shares to the public. And so you can buy that so that you can own part of that company. Imagine owning a part of that company, Kenya Pipeline. Yeah, imagine. So, this IPO was offered sometimes in January, and it ends on the 19th of February. It's ending on the 19th of February, so you still have time, but you have to start now, okay? And this offering, this IPO, you can buy it 100% online. It is 100% electronic. So you can use your phone, whether you have internet or not. You can use your phone to do it. You don't have to go anywhere to to queue up. You can do it right from your phone, and then, or you can do it also through the website. Okay, and on the phone, I will tell you how you can do it. You can buy this on the phone. Before I get to how you can buy it, I would like to tell you, like, what are the requirements. So the requirements are that to buy or to participate in this IPO, you need a minimum of 100 shares. So you need a minimum of 100 shares, and one share is going at only 9 Kenya shillings. Wow, 9 Kenya shillings. If you have dollars or euros or pounds or USD, this is so little. So little. It is 0.0 something cents. So you need 9 Kenya shillings per share. Minimum is 100 shares. So imagine if you're in Kenya, or if you're investing in Kenya shillings, the minimum investment amount is only 900 Kenya shillings, less than 1,000 Kenya shillings. Anyone can have this. Anyone can buy this. It's ending on the 19th of February 2026 at 5 p.m. sharp. So rush now and buy. So you need at least 900 Kenya shillings to buy the minimum of 100 shares. But of course, if you have more, if you have 10,000, or let's say you have 5,000, 10,000, you have 1 million, invest in this, because you never know. This might be your opportunity to really earn lots and lots of money. And so you will need a national ID. So you need at least 900 Kenya shillings. You need a national ID. So if you're a Kenyan, you need a Kenyan ID. If you are Swiss, you need a Swiss ID. Or if you are an American or you are a British, you need the national identity card in your country. Then you need a PIN. So for anyone investing in Kenya, whether you're Kenyan or a foreigner or from whatever country you are from, you need a PIN, KRA PIN. It's a PIN for paying tax to the Kenya Revenue Authority. And this, you can also open it online, or get an agent who can open that quickly for you. So you need a PIN to be able to pay tax, because any investment in Kenya is liable to 15% withholding tax. So you will need this, and it's such a quick process. Get get a friend in Kenya, if you are not a Kenyan, to get the PIN for you. Okay, and then you need a CSD account. Remember, CSD account is one of these accounts I've told you that run now and open today a CSD account. Okay, now as you open a CSD account, this is the account that will enable you be able to buy any kind of stocks in Kenya. Okay, and a CSD account, to open a CSD account, you need a stockbroker, and I have a list of stockbrokers that are really good, considered really good, and I have experience with one of them. If you want this, I can link. Actually, not that if you want, you can pick the link in the video description and just click on the link and go get to the brokers and open your CSD account there. I have a very good experience with them. I give you a link of what I have tried myself. So I'm only giving you one link because that's the only stockbroker that I've tried. And so you need a stockbroker to open your CSD account. Okay. And you can also do this directly during the buying of your IPO. Okay. So you need minimum of 900 Kenya shillings, a national ID, whether Kenyan or foreign. You need a PIN, Kenya Revenue Authority PIN, and you need a CSD account. Okay, those are the 4 things that you need to be able to buy this Kenya Pipeline IPO, KPIPO. Okay. Now, once you buy, they will, so you have to buy until 19th of February at 5 p.m. But the earlier the better, because if so many people buy and if they achieve the amount of money that they want to achieve through selling this IPO, if they achieve it, let's say by 1st of February, they will close. Whether you, if you go late, you won't have a chance to buy it. And so you better buy now. You better buy now, as we are still far away from the closure. Okay. And once they close on the 19th of February at 5 p.m. sharp, they will close selling. Then it will start trading on Nairobi Stock Exchange on March 9th. On March 9th. So already on March 9th, you can start getting your gains out of your stocks. These stocks the value of the stocks may rise so much. Now it's only 9 Kenya shillings. You may find that maybe the stock already jumps to 40 Kenya shillings per share. And then imagine even if you invested just the minimum of 100 shares, you get something out of it. So right now and invest in this. Okay. The good thing about this investment is that you can pay in bits. Let's say you apply now and you buy 100 shares, and then tomorrow or next week you get 1,000 bob, and you can go back there and top up your shares. You can still buy more. So you can buy today only 100 shares. Next week you can still buy another 100 shares, or what I mean is that you can buy in bits and you can also pay in bits. Okay, you don't have to pay everything at once. So today you may say you go there and buy 5,000 shares, but you don't have all the money to pay now. They will give you time, as long as you pay this amount of money within that given time, until the 19th of February at 5 p.m. you have to pay within that period. So imagine what kind of investment is this. You can pay in bits, you can buy in bits, and you need just a very minimum amount. So anyone can do it. Anyone. If you don't invest in this investment, never ever complain to anyone that it's very hard to invest in Kenya, that you don't have money. Everyone has 100 Kenya shillings, guys. Sorry, everyone has 900 Kenya shillings. Everyone gets 1,000 bob. Yeah. If you have watched this video until now, if you have watched this video until now, tell me in the comment section. Can you comment in the comment section if you have reached this point? Just comment, buy me the IPO. Just write a comment, buy me the IPO. Just write the comment, and the first commenter, or I will take the first 5 comments. Buy me the IPO. I will take the first 5 comments and give them 1,000 bob each, 1,000 Kenya shillings each, to buy the IPO. Yeah. So if you have watched until now, comment, and I will take the first 5 comments. Did I say 5 or 4? Yeah, let me take the first 5 comments, and I will give you 1,000 Kenya shillings each one of you to pay for the IPO, if you're from Kenya, or even if you're not from Kenya, just equivalent of 1,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, so it's just upon you to comment, and I will select the first 5 comments. Okay, we are good. So let's continue with this. Now, how do you buy this IPO? I told you the requirements. Then once you have all those requirements, you just have on your mobile phone. A lot of Kenyans have a mobile phone. Almost all Kenyans have a mobile phone. And then you can either do it on the mobile phone or online through the website. So if you're buying it on the mobile phone, I will tell you now, is that you just go to your phone and you dial star 483 star 816 hash. And then you follow the instructions. So simple. On your mobile phone, dial star 483 star 816 hash. And then you will see the instructions coming. And those instructions, you can do a new application. If it's the first time that you're starting to invest in this, do a new application. Or if you have already registered and you have bought shares already there, you can add shares. You see, I told you that you can buy today and then tomorrow. So you can just still dial that, and then you can add shares. So you increase your shares. They will give them to you if you pay on time before the 19th of February. You can add or you can make a payment. You can update a refund bank in case they will want to refund your money. Maybe you applied too late and you didn't get the chance to invest there, so they will need to refund your money if you had paid. So you update your bank details, and then you also have an option there to add other documents. Let's say you didn't have a PIN, but now you have gotten the PIN, you can upload it there. So once you dial star 483 star 816 hash, you follow the instructions, you can get to this menu that I've just gone through. Okay. So it's so simple and so straightforward. During the application process, they will ask you to input your broker, your stockbroker, and the stockbroker that I will recommend in the comment section, or I will put in this video description so that you can just pick that. Yeah, open your CSD account there with this broker and you will input your stockbroker there. So for all these stock investments, if you want to buy stocks in Kenya, you must have a stockbroker. That's why you have to have this CSD account. Okay, so they will ask you to input your broker. They will ask you whether you are a local Kenyan or not, whether you are an employee of Kenya Pipeline or not. All this is not to profile you for anything. All this is just to help you, or to help them understand who they are dealing with. And then the number of shares and amount to pay. So if just after you dial star 483 star 816 hash and you follow all these instructions, you will get to finish up this process and pay. And if you don't pay now, you can pay later. And payment, you can receive pay bill instructions, or you pay also directly via M-Pesa, where they send you a prompt for you to just input your PIN and then pay. And so as I said, you can pay through the bank or the M-Pesa. Okay. And now this was the process if you're doing it on the mobile phone. But if you are doing this process through the website, or through the website, you need to dial. So you can go to Google and dial in Google, search for KPC. So KPCIPO. KPCIPO. KPC stands for Kenya Pipeline IPO, initial public offering. So KPCIPO dot offer dot app. KPCIPO. So KPCIPO, one word, dot E hyphen offer dot app. So once you dial that, I will also write this in the description, in the video description, so you know. Once you dial that, you get to the site, you get to the page where you can then buy, or you get to the page, to the official IPO selling page, and there you can scroll and choose apply now. So if you want to buy this IPO through the web or through the portal, the official portal online, okay? And here you will need internet. You need internet to be able to use this online portal, okay? So you scroll down and choose apply now. And once you click on apply now, you will see all this menu. As I told you before, you will see do a new application, add shares, make or add payment, update a refund bank, and other documents. So you will see all that menu. And then excuse me, very importantly is that you will need your stockbroker at this moment, because you will have to input your stockbroker. The stockbrokers are the people who will be responsible for your actions on the Nairobi Stock Exchange, and they are also responsible for sending you the money that you gain through this selling of those shares, okay? So, and remember that to apply through the portal online, you will still need that minimum amount I told you about, 900 Kenya shillings. You will need a national identity card. You will need a PIN, a tax PIN, and you will need a CSD account, which should be opened through your stockbroker. So if you want all these links, I will link them in the video description. Just go there, click on them, and go through the process, okay? So this was the process, how to do it. And I want to tell you one thing. This is just one of the investments that you can do, and it's actual investment. You can do it now, starting now until the 19th of February. If you're in diaspora, if you're a foreigner, if you are a Kenyan, you are a local, it doesn't matter. Run and invest in this. This is a real opportunity. But what I can tell you is that as you invest here in this IPO, in this Kenya Pipeline IPO, KPIPO, don't invest everything. It's not, I'm not saying that this is the best investment ever. So don't pour in all your savings. Don't take a loan to invest here. Don't withdraw your investment in the MMF to invest here, okay? Money market fund or MMF, it serves its own purpose. And so, but let's say you have your money in the MMF and you have been investing there. Your goal has been to accumulate money to put into another investment. It's okay. You can pull out some of the money if that was your goal and invest in this or buy this IPO. But once you buy this IPO, think long term. Remember, MMF is for short-term investment, and this IPO, as you buy it, think long term. Think long term in the sense that when you invest today, continue trading. Buy shares directly now until the end of February. And then once it's listed on the Nairobi Stock Exchange on the 9th of March, or starting from the 9th of March, you can continue selling and buying and selling and buying, and think long term. Long term, I mean not less than 1 year, okay? not less than 1 year. And so remember, this is not something that you can invest and then you say, I want my money, I want to withdraw my money now, and then you get it. You will sell your shares when they are doing well. They may start doing immediately very well on the 9th of February. As they get listed, they might do very well, or they might also do very badly. But don't be shocked, don't be afraid. Wait until at least 1 year, and during this year, monitor it. When they are doing so well, sell them and get your money. And when they are not doing so well, continue investing. The best moment that you should invest in something is when everyone else is worried. When everyone else is worried and afraid about something, that's the moment that you need to invest in something, okay? So even when this IPO will be trading on the Nairobi Stock Exchange at a lower price per share than you bought it, don't panic, don't sell. That's when it's trading badly. It's not the time for you to sell. It's the time for you to buy more, okay? So, my friends, if you are in diaspora and you're thinking about going back home in your retirement or after your retirement, please take this one and run with it. In Kenya we say anguka nayo, anguka nayo. Take it, start today, okay? Start today. And if you are in diaspora and you're young, you're below 39 years, start now. Start now. Start investing. This is the easiest investment ever. This is the cheapest ever. So please run with it. I know that if you're in diaspora, like if you're in Switzerland, life is good. Life can be easy, good. People like to sit around. We work so hard. Yeah, we work so hard. But life can also be very cozy. Like you can go to the restaurants and eat. You can go out for coffees. You can go here and there. But don't forget that you need to invest, whether in Switzerland through money market funds or even stocks in Switzerland, or investing back home, okay? And remember, if you invest back home, there is also something that you need to consider declaring in Switzerland. You have to declare all your investments. I have very, very little money invested in the stock market, in the CSD, Dow CSD, or in the MMF, very, very little. And my investments are not my own investments, they are family investments. So it's not really my money. Because I have this knowledge, my family trusted me to manage their investments, and so I do invest for my family. I have access to internet, I have financial knowledge, and I have all this. I like trying out things and monitoring things and analyzing things, and so my family trusted me to invest for them, so I'm investing for my family. And I don't have my own personal investments, they are all for family, but I am the one doing them, and so I know this, and it doesn't take so much time. I don't have much time to do all these things, but I do find some time, like 3 hours once weekly, 3 hours, just 3 hours per week, to look into these investments, and it works. So you can do it. You can do it. And remember, if you're in diaspora, you have to be compliant with the tax requirements of your country, even if you're investing in Kenya, okay? So I welcome everyone to go to run and invest in this. It doesn't have to be a Kenyan, yeah? You don't have to be Kenyan to invest here. So please run with it. Anguka nayo. So in my next video, I am gonna tell you, or I will show you on the computer how to open a CSD account, or how to buy this IPO. tell me in the comment section if you want me to show you on the computer how to buy this IPO. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And if you have watched until this point, remember, as I said, the first 5 comments, buy me the IPO, the first 5 people commenting, I will give them 1,000 Kenya shillings each to invest in this IPO. I will send it through M-Pesa. So can you comment? Leave a comment and leave me your email address, okay? I will contact you and give you that money so that you can buy these shares before the end of the selling period, okay? And please remember to like and subscribe and forward this video to other people. Share with other people so that everyone may benefit from it, okay? Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for investing. And bye. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye, my friend. Bye.